What do we have here? I think I see a fellow lover of adventure, and I'm betting it's no accident that you're headed this way. Am I right? Have Rivenspire's troubles become your troubles too? Ha! Easier said than done, I'm afraid. But I'm glad to hear Emmerich gives a damn. We thought maybe our dispatches weren't getting through. I was about to walk to Wayrest myself, but you saved me that trouble. And I suspect you can help me further. If you haven't noticed, Rivenspire's caught up in a civil war as bloody as old Rancer's rebellion. This time it's Baron Montclair. He's apparently decided he'll be the king of Shornhelm, whether the rest of the noble houses like it or not. Sure did. The bastard bribed the city guard, attacked the other nobles, and seized half of Shornhelm. Now Montclair's troops are all over, and the Shornhelm guard's getting its buttocks kicked. So, want to help me save the kingdom? Think of the glory. It'll be just like Rancer's war. We'll rescue Rivenspire and the women will swoon. It'll be great, you'll see. Go on to Shornhelm's chapel and tell Countess Tamrith I recruited you to the cause. I'll be along as soon as I can. What makes tyrants do any of the things they do? Ambition? Glory? I certainly don't know. What I do know is that Montclair's forces have taken half the capital, and will soon take the rest of it unless the Shornhelm Guard gets some help. Baron Wylan Montclair. Not much to say, really. Before this, he shared rule with two other noble houses, Dorel and Tamrith. Countess Tamrith says they were never very close, but she certainly wasn't expecting him to start a war. She's the head of one of the noble houses, young, but smart, and very devout. I'm told she studied in Stormhaven, and has Emmerich's favor. She's not unattractive either. But she is my current employer, so I try not to notice. A little of this, a little of that. Lending my sword to just causes, flirting with the ladies. I've drank in every inn and tavern between here and Glenumbra. And I've beat my friend Scordo at cards every chance I get. It's great to see you again. It was quite the talk of Tamriel at the time. Surprised you don't know about it. It was over 10 years ago. Our beloved High King insulted King Rancer of Shornhelm over some minor indiscretion. Rancer reacted poorly and declared war on Wayrest. If you can call it that. Lasted about a year. Just long enough for Emmerich's troops to get a little exercise. When it was over, Rancer was dead and peace was restored to the kingdom. The Triumvirate of Nobles has been running Rivenspire ever since.
You sent the guard west to chase a rumor? We need those troops to protect Shornhelm.
Baron. My father would have done the same. Captain Genevieve will discover the truth and report back.
Countess, Baron, please. We must remain focused. As long as Montclair controls the upper city, the whole region remains at risk.
How can we trust you, Count Ravenwatch? Your friendship with Montclair is well known. What did you offer those captains to betray us?
I care for the Count even less than you, Baron, but he hasn't done anything to warrant such accusations. Yet.
We must end this debate and take action. Make an example of the two traitors and retake the upper city. How can the two of you not see that?
I do not disagree, Baron. But we need to proceed with caution. There is more to this situation than meets the eye. I know I make you both nervous. Perhaps we should continue this after our blood has cooled.
Mind your tempers, gentlemen. We have a visitor. Come forward, friend, and state your business.
Pah! You both try my patience. I can almost understand what drove Montclair to abandon our triumvirate.
I returned to Shornhelm after my father's death to find a city divided and our land in peril. Baron Dorell means well, but he'd rather rush forward than take a moment to examine the path ahead. But what brings you to Rivenspire, friend? Of course, the light provides as always. Baron Montclair is changed. We need to find out what has driven him to this perilous course of action. A letter? A journal? We need something to give us more insight into why he has betrayed us. 2 Shornhelm Guard officers. They defected to Montclair's side and helped him take over the upper city. Look for Orlazog Grayarzal and Juberik Gain. Perhaps you can deal with these traitors and discover Montclair's motivations. Baron Dorell can tell you more. Ambitious? I suppose he was no more or less so than any house noble. My father never liked the man, though. But to change so drastically? To put innocent people in harm's way? I pray for the wisdom to understand our foe. I suppose he hopes we will surrender and agree to his terms, but that's not going to happen. Neither House Tamrith nor House Dorell will give in to such outrageous demands. And I know the High King won't allow such treachery to go unpunished. The Baron sees me as a child, and I find him to be a pompous ass. Light grant me patience. I know that he wants to appear strong, in control, but we need to peer into the shadows and determine what has led to Montclair's bold actions. House Ravenwatch is an old Rivenspire family. As for Verandis, I do not like the man. Be that as it may, and despite his long friendship with Montclair, the Count seems genuine in his willingness to help. He cares deeply about our people.
Heed my words, friend. There is more to Montclair's betrayal than the Baron and the Countess know. I suggest you proceed with caution when you enter the upper city. I am a lesser noble of the city, offering what assistance I can during this time of trouble. The Baron and I were friends, yes. Good friends. But that was before this madness overtook him. Dorell sees traitors behind every pillar, but his intentions are good. He truly cares for Rivenspire and its people. He simply has the social skills of a sober Nord. Tamrith is overly occupied with spiritual matters. She'd rather pray for my lost soul than engage in a rational discussion, much like her mother. Her late father was another matter, sensible, strong, pragmatic. Her younger sister takes after him.
Yes, Captain Genevieve of the Rivenspire Guard. In fact, the Countess just sent the good captain to investigate disturbing rumors from the western countryside. But rumors are for later. We have a more immediate problem right here in Shornhelm.
Find those traitors and make them pay. Let's show everyone what it means to betray the city of Shornhelm. Situation? What's to tell? Baron Montclair betrayed all of Shornhelm and has taken over half the city. People have been killed or injured, property destroyed. And now Montclair has demanded that we surrender and crown him King of Rivenspire. Now you sound like the Countess. Who cares why he wants to be king? The only thing that matters is that we stop him before he takes over all of Shornhelm. The man is a cad and a coward. I will never bend my knee to him. Never! I don't know what Montclair promised them, but we can't let such disloyalty go unpunished. We must show resolve in this matter. We must deal harshly with these traitors. They'll be in the upper city, probably in the barracks or Montclair Manor. She's young and inexperienced. She hesitates, turns to prayer instead of her own good sense. A ruler has to think and act, not pray to bloody Arcade for every little thing. If we hesitate in this, we'll surely lose everything we hold dear.
Keep your weapons sharp and close.
Arcade's beard, she's a looker.
That blowhard Doral sent you, didn't he?
Hey, you there! A little help here. Damn Montclair bastards caught me snooping around. If you unlock this cage, I'll be your best friend for life. I needed some quiet time. What do you think I'm doing in here? I went and got myself captured. I'm one of the Shornhelm Guard. Look, let me out of this cell, and I can help you. Good question. You shouldn't. But that doesn't mean we're not on the same side. I bet they sent you to find information about Montclair. Open the cell and I'll tell you what I know. I hate being caged. Makes me all itchy. Anyway, Orlozog shoved a letter in that chest over there. It explains a lot. I appreciate the help. You're all right in my book. Now I need to report back to Baron Dorel.
Did those fools Dorel and Tamrith send you? Let me show you the power I've gained since joining House Montclair.
What news do you bring from the upper city? Have the traitors been dealt with? Damn! Montclair's Argonian is as crazy as an outhouse skeever. His soldiers kidnapped a few nobles, grabbed them in broad daylight. Probably hopes to use them as insurance against us. But he must realize that I never negotiate with terrorists. Then we have to act fast. Go to the Mews and free Lady Aurene Tamrith, Nithan Albergama, and Sir Estienne Gillen. If you can take out Rizal Jewel along the way, all the better. In the meantime, we'll mobilize the Shornhelm Guard and retake the upper city.
This Rizal Jewel seized nobles. Such brazen acts must not be tolerated, Baron.
Indeed. It is time to act, Countess. No more talk. No more debate.
How can we walk in the light if we leave innocent townsfolk to languish? Wait, are you agreeing with me?
Don't look so shocked, Isolde. It was bound to happen eventually. Our friend will go to the Mews to free the hostages and stop the reinforcements while we assault the upper city. A two-pronged approach.
Well, all right then. Baron, if you would, give the command and rally the Shornhelm Guard.
It will be my pleasure. It's time to show those Montclair cowards what it means to betray the people of Rivenspire.
One moment, friend. I may know something about the fevered Mews. The fevered Mews. I haven't thought about that place since I was a child. It's a ravine beyond the upper city. It's been sealed off for years. They used to send the ill and infirm there. Those afflicted with the plague, Khajiit fever, Argonian leprosy, things like that. But that was a long time ago. The ravine is riddled with small caves, as I recall. There's an even older section, an ancient ruin. If this Argonian is using a portal to bring reinforcements into the city, I suspect those ruins would make a proper staging ground.
Not so fast, my friend. You don't have to deal with this on your own. I'm not without resources of mine. I assume you have come to rescue the nobles and stop Montclair's reinforcements. But if Rizal Jewel is here, you shouldn't have to face him alone. I'm not without resources of my own. When I discovered that Montclair had left the city and heard that the nobles had been taken captive, it wasn't difficult to ferret out the mad Argonian's hiding place. I have loyal associates. Let's leave it at that for the time being. Suffice to say, we have nothing but Rivenspire's best interests at heart. Now, let's go rescue those nobles. The Argonian? He has been at Montclair's side for a long time. He is a skilled warrior and an alchemist. I believe he may also have darker interests, including necromancy. Understand this. Rizal Jewel is powerful, and not quite sane.
I prayed that I wouldn't be left to that lizard's torture. They poked and prodded me. I'm of House Tamrith. How dare they?
I'm surprised Baron Dorel didn't accompany you here. He's never been one to shy away from getting his hands bloody in defense of house and country. Shornhelm's stability affects all of Rivenspire. If Montclair and his allies take over the city, I fear all of Rivenspire would soon fall. And then they would look beyond our borders. He's always fancied himself the true heir to Rancer's throne. I usually leave politics to the other nobles. I prefer to deal quietly with more unusual problems. As for the why of things, call it an obligation. But now is not the time to discuss the past.
I have no time to deal with these fools. Kill them! Kill them all!
Feel the magic. There's a portal close by. We need to close it before we're overrun by more Montclair soldiers. I should be able to close the portal. It won't take me more than a few seconds. There! That should keep them out. Shornhelm will be safe now. I shall begin my research at once. Try to determine where Ra's al Ghul has gone. In the meantime, you should seek out the High King. With the portal closed, we've stopped Ra's al Ghul from sneaking more Montclair troops into the city. It's frustrating, though, that Ra's al Ghul slipped away. That Argonian is sly and cowardly. No, and that's what worries me. He must be tracked down and dealt with, swiftly. Thanks to your efforts, though, Montclair's plan to take control of Shornhelm has been stopped. You should inform High King Emmerich and the other nobles. According to my sources, he was close before I entered the Mews. I have no doubt that the Shornhelm Guard has reclaimed the upper city. I assume Dor-El, Tamrith, and the High King are even now in Shornhelm Castle. Give Emmerich my regards.
I was just about to go in after you. Thought maybe you were stuck in a cage or something. Bunch of whiners, Montclair's troops. The moment we really pushed back, they broke off and demanded we accept their surrender. Dor-El wants to execute the lot of them, but the Countess wants to consult with the High King. Too soft-hearted she is. Wanted to let you know that High King Emmerich has arrived. He's in Shornhelm Castle with the Baron and the Countess. Me? I think I might leave when this is all over. Join the Fighters Guild. See the world. Certainly could use the change.
While you were gone, we liberated the Upper City. House Montclair's hold on Shornhelm has been shattered.
We dislodged House Montclair from its nest. The Upper City is ours, and Shornhelm is free.
Here we have the savior of Shornhelm, I presume. You should know that Baron Dorell and Countess Tamrith have been quite generous in their praise of you. I trust you were able to close this portal Montclair was using to bring in reinforcements? I'm not surprised. Verandis and I go back many years. He has a habit of making people nervous, but I've been trying to reassure Baron Dorell and Countess Tamrith he is loyal to the people of Rivenspire. Did you also defeat this Rizal Jewel? Then I suppose we'll have to track him down, he and Montclair both. I fear Montclair's ambitions may be far greater than simply conquering all of Rivenspire. It's better we stop him now. Thanks to you, we have an excellent start here in Shornhelm, and I will devote my resources to fortifying the city as quickly as possible. We're secure here now, and we have to ensure it remains that way. Shornhelm may be secure, but reports from other parts of the kingdom suggest Montclair is stirring up trouble everywhere. Countess Tamrith and Baron Dorell will each take a detachment of the Shornhelm Guard and go investigate these reports. As you might have guessed, I'm thinking you are best suited for tracking down Rizal Jewel and making sure he doesn't go opening any more portals into Shornhelm. Did Verandis perhaps mention any suspicions of where this rat may have scurried off to? Then I suggest you join him. Knowing Verandis, he's returned to Ravenwatch Castle to study whatever evidence he may have found. You'll find it west of the city near the town of Crestshade. I'm counting on the two of you to stop Rizal Jewel, and soon. I should warn you. Ravenwatch Castle is as strange as the man who owns it. His family is very old and they have strange traditions. Don't worry, though. I have no doubt about the fact that he's on our side. You may rely on anything he says. Of course, I'm a veritable treasure trove of useless information and I love to share. I've known Count Ravenwatch since I was a boy. My father even sent me to study with him for a time. House Ravenwatch is one of the oldest noble houses of Rivenspire. Quite a legacy, and Verandis carries it well. Well, if you must know, he's part of the reason I'm wearing this crown. When I first proposed to form the Covenant, many people opposed me. Verandis, however, without any urging, supported my plans and helped sway opinions in my favor. I think he did it because he was tired of bloodshed, and he knew he could trust me to always work toward peace. If I can end this conflict and restore it here, I will consider my debt to Verandis paid in full. As long as it takes. I knew that having the noble houses share the throne wouldn't last. I should have chosen one of them to rule years ago. To be honest, I feel I'm partly to blame for all of this, and it's my duty to be here and see it resolved. The last time I brought an army to Rivenspire, it was to put an end to Rancer's war. That isn't a memory I want to reawaken in this region. Besides, it will be better for all concerned if Rivenspire resolves its own problems. Rumors and wild tales, for the most part. We did receive a dispatch from a Captain Genevieve. Apparently something occurred in the town of Crestshade. Something devastating enough to require the captain to set up a camp for refugees. Very little. It's a small town at the foot of the Western Mountains. Since you're heading in that direction to see Verandis, perhaps you can look in on Crestshade. I'd be grateful if you can determine what actually happened out there.
Baron Dorel can be so reckless. I fear that his approach will lead Rivenspire down a dangerous path. Of course, his style of leadership hardly matters if we can't put a stop to Baron Montclair. I sent my sister Genevieve to investigate reports of trouble in the west. She's a captain in the Shornhelm Guard, you know. I'm worried, though. She hasn't sent a report in quite some time. If the High King can spare me, I might ride out to meet her. She's always been rather lackadaisical about filing reports, but we did receive word that she had set up a camp for refugees. It's obvious something terrible is going on out there. I want to make sure she's all right. Not as close as we were. When I went to study in Stormhaven, Genevieve joined the Guard. We don't always see eye to eye, but we are sisters. I'm sure she's fine. But I wish I could get her to send dispatches on a regular basis.
Now that Shornhelm is secure, we can turn our attention to the reports coming in from the rest of Rivenspire. Something definitely unusual is going on out there. Damn! We have to find him. As long as he's at large, this region of Rivenspire is in terrible danger. Now, if I could just get the Countess to abdicate her authority to me, we'd put an end to this constant bickering and really get things done. Take counsel with the High King, of course. We've been hearing reports of an unusual number of blood fiends popping up throughout the countryside. That's just one more problem to add to our growing list of concerns. I'd prefer to be out in the field, but I expect the High King will send me where he will. At least my son Alec can manage House Dorel holdings while I deal with the broader concerns of Rivenspire.
Gwendis, my child, slow down. You eat too fast. You don't want to harm
We need to
poor Carl.
feed to get stronger. When Montclair shows up, I want to be ready.
That is not our way, child, and you know it. Stop feasting, now.
Fine, whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Count Verandis. You know I only want to help.
Of course, my child. Now, let's clear away our meal and welcome our friend. Carlin, as always, I thank you for sharing your life's blood with us.
I live to please, my lord. Count Verandis is a kind and caring master. I'm grateful for everything he's done for me. Yes, and I'm honored to share my lifeblood with them, and in exchange they take care of me, provide for my every need. They treat me well. All in all, I'm quite content.
Still getting a hang of this feeding thing. Don't worry. We only feed on willing vassals or evil villains. And we never feed to excess. Except maybe on the evil villains.
I apologize if the scene before you makes you uncomfortable. I did not expect you to arrive during our mealtime. As for why I kept my true nature hidden, well, let's just say that Emmerich insisted, and one does not refuse the High King lightly. I have been called far worse, but I prefer to think of myself and my companions as gifted. We are not ashamed of our condition. We are not monsters. Now this is the part where you gasp and ask calmly, how can I trust you? We all have to eat. But unlike your meals, my sustenance voluntarily allows me to sup. And then it gets to walk away and go on with its life. When was the last time a deer or a rabbit approached you and gladly died so that you could have your fill? You were able to drive off Ras Al Ghul and take back Shornhelm. Those were no small feats, I assure you. But Emmerich needs our help to restore Rivenspire's tranquility. You need to understand, there is more to Montclair than simple ambition. Walk with me and I will explain. There is much I need to show you and time grows short. Adusa, please make sure Gwendis behaves herself. Poor Carlin needs time to recover.
The little one gets no dessert this evening. Adusa will make sure.
To understand the path that Montclair follows, you must understand how he came to walk upon it. I believe the key to stopping him hides within my own memory. Memories are elusive shadows, hiding truths behind our own perceptions. But what if someone else could examine them? What would they see that we do not? I'd like to try something, if you're willing. This potion will allow you to dreamwalk through my memories. Perhaps your eyes will see what I have missed. I would never bring an outsider into my memories if I didn't believe it was imperative. The memories we will revisit, they are painful for me. It is with a heavy heart that I ask you to embark upon this journey with me. Ask your questions then. I will answer what I can. Nothing that will harm you, rest assured. The mixture contains various herbs, dusk nectar, and a few drops of my blood. But don't worry. It takes more than a little blood to turn someone into a vampire. Then we learn nothing new. Montclair continues his campaign and Rivenspire eventually falls. It is inevitable. Please, as you will see, I have blind spots where Montclair is concerned. I need a fresh perspective to determine our next moves. They know me too well, and they are used to acquiescing to my will. They don't have the perspective, the distance to see beyond what I saw. I need someone who has proven their worth. A relative stranger that I can trust. I must say, it's rather strange seeing you as me.
Mother, please. You have to take the medicine. Ras Al Ghul can help you.
Sweet daughter. I can't go on like this. I don't want to spend my final days as an experiment. Instead, let me spend them with the ones I love.
Even in retrospect, reliving this is difficult. Her pain, her suffering. She had so much courage.
There has to be something more we can do. Ferrandis, can I talk to you for a moment? Layla doesn't have much time. I know it. She knows it. She's trying to be so strong, but... I swore I would never ask this of you. It goes against everything I believe in. But damn it, she's my wife. I don't want to lose her. I know. You swore an oath. No one should ever have to endure the things you've gone through because of what you are. But you're alive. That's more than my wife will be if you don't help her. You can't make that decision for her. Neither can I. But you can give her a chance. I know you care about her. You can't just stand there and watch her die. Thank you. I know she'll make the right decision. She may no longer be the woman I know, but at least she'll be alive. She'll be with me. I can still love her.
My dear friend, Verandis. I'm glad you're here. You've always been so good to our family. I never really thanked you for that. Verandis, after I'm gone, you need to continue to watch over my family. Wylan will need your strong, steadying presence more than ever. No, my friend. Your gift isn't the solution. Not for me. I refuse to accept an existence that forces me to watch as my children, my husband, everyone I know, ages before my eyes.
Something's wrong. I have vague recollections of talking to someone else. But why can't I remember? You need to look around, see what we missed.
You have to convince Layla to do this. It's the only way we can save her. Tell her I'll love her no matter what. She'll always be my wife.
This is hopeless. Baron Montclair forces me to mix concoctions that I know won't do any good. If he'd just listened to me, I could show him exactly how to heal his wife and end her suffering. I'm talking about knowledge and ancient magic. I'm talking about the forgotten arts of the aliens themselves. Would you deny Our Lady any chance for a cure, no matter what the source? I happen to possess an alien relic, or at least a shard from one. But the Baron won't listen to me, especially since Our Lady started refusing my help. If I give you this stone, will you present it to the Baron? He listens to you, my friend. I knew I could count on you, Verandis Ravenwatch.
Without your help, my friend, I would never have recalled that Rizal Jewel led us to the alien relic. What else have I forgotten, I wonder?
3 cheers for Verandis! He gave me the means to save my beautiful wife.
To our dear friend Verandis. How can we ever repay him?
He is great, isn't he? And so handsome. But I want to cheer about this wine. By the divines, this stuff is delicious.
We were so happy at this moment. We were all together, friends and family, enjoying each other's company for the final time.
Verandis, may I speak to you for a moment? Alone.
I don't recall speaking with Layla. Why can't I remember that? Rizal Jewel knew about the Ayleid relic the entire time. He convinced me to give it to Wylan. Why didn't I remember that? And this memory. I recall our celebration, the toasts. But this moment, talking to Layla, I don't remember that happening. As I now recall, Rizal Jewel gave me a shard. A piece of an Ayleid relic. I presented it to Montclair and he in turn used it to heal his wife. In less than a day, Layla was recovering and on her feet again. It was nothing short of miraculous. Not exactly. It helped, but I can't remember why. We were here celebrating Layla's improved condition when... and that's all I can recall. I'm sure the key is hidden in my memories. Please explore this moment and see what you can learn.
Verandis, my friend! You really must allow your charges to get out and have a little fun every now and then. Poor Gwendis here is having a splendid time, but it's like she's never tasted a fine wine before. Why not pull up a chair and join us? Oh, not that again, Verandis. And especially not now. We're having a celebration. Layla is on the mend. She's getting well. I have my wife back. And it's all thanks to that remarkable piece of stone you gave me. What does that matter? If not for you, I would never have attempted to use such magic to heal Layla. Besides, Rizal Jewel will be rewarded for his service. I'll see to that personally. He was always bringing me tinctures and alchemical concoctions. It was one wild plan after another with him. It always is. But because of your quick thinking, we applied the power of the stone. And now, we're celebrating our success. Better? Yes, but she's not fully healed as yet. It's just a matter of time, I'm sure, but she's out of bed. She's even painting again. She hasn't done that in... I can't remember how long. Soon, it will be as if nothing had ever happened. My good Verandis. It wouldn't be a day if you weren't concerned about something. It's your nature. Now stop asking such bleak questions, and just be thankful this relic fell into our hands. It's helping. That's all that matters.
Verandis, you mustn't say anything. Please. I'm sure this will pass. I just need the stone. Another treatment and I'll be fine. Just a little dizziness. A little discomfort. It must be all this activity lately. Verandis, I don't think the stone shard is powerful enough. It helps, but it doesn't last. And now, I feel empty. I can't explain it. No, you leave him be. He's happy now. I can't stand to see him worried, sitting beside my bed, helpless, consumed with grief. Not again. The stone shard. It's obviously a part of something larger. Could that be the cure we're looking for? Talk to the Argonian. See what he's found out. We need to find the larger relic. Or at least another shard of stone. I hate to ask, but I need you to do this one last favor. For Wylan. For me. I knew I could count on you, dear friend. Now, I need to compose myself and return to the party. But I think I'll go to sleep early this evening. I'm sure I just need a little more rest.
isn't it? To think that such a tiny rock could hold so much power. Can you feel it? It's like it's calling to me, like the moon's call to the tides. Imagine what the relic it came from could do. The Baron wasn't listening to me. We needed someone he trusted more, had more faith in. That someone was you, Count Verandis. Now the Baroness is on the mend, and House Montclair has returned to a state of contented bliss. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is only a small piece of a grander relic, isn't it? I've been studying the Iliad manuscripts. There may be more we can do for the poor Baroness. I found the stone among the effects of King Ranzer's royal historian, back when I served in Ranzer's court. She had quite an intriguing collection, including the Iliad manuscripts that I've been translating. Perhaps you can check my work. The manuscripts are locked away, but I left my notes in your library. A few phrases stood out as I translated. Life, death, crag. I'm sure they mean something. Take a look and see what you think. Perhaps the text can lead us to the greater relic.
I remember now. The translation. We misinterpreted it. We assumed the crag housed a powerful healing artifact. But we were wrong. The hillside community, though. Why didn't I ever look into that? Not exactly. Not yet. But I will figure this out. In the meantime, there is one more memory I want you to explore. We ascended the Doom Crag, and that's where everything changed. A perilous peak that rises from the mountains to the north. It has always been a haunted, desolate place. Look for anything I may have missed. But more, I want you to see what happened to Montclair. I want you to understand why he must be stopped.
We shouldn't have left the guards behind, Wylan. Who knows what else we're going to run into?
There was no choice, Mother. You're getting worse, and we can't wait for them.
I'll stay here and protect the way out. Keep watch in case the guards catch up with us. The rest of you need to keep moving.
Thank you, Gwendis. At least you retain a sense of honor.
Wylan, you have to stop blaming Verandis. This wasn't his fault.
Alien skeletons? Undead spirits? It doesn't matter. Nothing is going to stand in our way. Layla, wait until we clear the way.
Come on. Mother doesn't have much time left.
These animated bones. Why do they seek to keep us from the relic? Are they the lingering remains of the aliens who once dwelled here, do you think? Well, they won't stop me. No matter what their reasons are, my cause is greater. I have never been more sure of anything in my life, Verandis. I will sacrifice everything, risk anything to save the woman I love. A shame the same can't be said of all of us. You did what Layla wanted? What about what I wanted? You allowed her to talk you out of it when I expressly asked you to turn her. Well, I'm done asking. We're here because of you, and we're going to do exactly as I say. We're going to save my wife. Sorry won't help us here. We have to find the Ayleid relic. That's all that matters now. Just remember, we're out of options. This is our last chance to save Layla, and I won't let you ruin it, vampire!
The power we seek is close. I can feel it.
What a magnificent structure! The relic this monolith houses must be powerful indeed.
I'm afraid.
Episode behind us.
The power we seek is
The relic is beyond this door. We've done it. We've reached the top of the Doom Crag. Now we can finally learn the secret of the ancient Ayleid relic and save my wife. Your fear colors your perception, Verandis. It is merely the pulse of ancient magicka, the heartbeat of a powerful relic. Our intentions are pure. We seek only to save my beloved's life. These creatures have no reason to stop us. Has your courage deserted you, vampire? You discovered the relic's resting place, and I thank you for that. But right now, we have to reach the relic chamber and save my wife. After that, you can do what you want. Now, let's go. By the 8! Can you feel the relic's power, Verandis? Enough of your constant mewling, Verandis. Are you a vampire or a scullery maid? This is exactly what we've been looking for. You told me yourself. The Iliad texts refer to Lata, the light. This is it! This is what will cure Layla! We don't know why the aliens did a lot of things. They were a strange people. But that won't stop us. Stand back and watch for all I care. But we're going to save my wife. I'll risk my life, my very soul to help my dear Layla. Now, let's begin. Have no fear, my darling Layla. Soon the light will wash away
It's
your pain.
going to work, Baron. The power of this ancient Iliad remnant. It's almost overwhelming.
You're going to be all right, Mother. Just hold on.
The remnant will make you like new, my love. You'll be reborn!
Something's happening. I feel the power.
Something feels wrong.
Verandis, we need you! We need your power! Quickly! Touch the relic and help us! Aniamis alata! Malatua! Vasha Anya Velda Sancre!
What's happening to us?
It's working. It's working. Soon the power will be ours to command.
No. What have you done? This isn't me. I never wanted this. Please, Verandis, help me. Make it stop. I can't stand the pain. End this, Verandis. End this before I...
No! Verandis! What did you do to Layla? What did you do? You'll pay for that, vampire! I have the power now. Nothing can stop me from reaching out and snapping...
Verandis? Montclair, no! Come on, Verandis. We need to get out of here.
Remarkable. What a strange sensation of new recollections and old. I believe that Ra's al Ghul somehow removed those moments from my memory, but you were able to restore them. And now you understand what we are facing. This orientation is understandable. Somehow, when I joined the ritual, I altered the power of the relic. I turned Layla into a monster. I had to kill her. And Montclair and the others, they became vampires imbued with the power of the relic. I have Gwendis to thank for that. She pulled me out of there before Montclair and the others were fully recovered. Now Montclair claims he wants to end death and suffering. That he wants to take the throne of Ransa. And it's all my fault. The Iliad text referred to an outpost in the hills. I need to find out where that is. It may be that the answer to defeating Montclair can be found in this hidden location. But first things first. There is a more urgent matter for you to deal with. Now you know how this sordid situation began. And you know how I, to my great and everlasting shame, helped Baron Montclair reach the likeness remnant. But now to more immediate matters. I know where Ra's al Ghul can be found. Not so fast, my enthusiastic friend. My agents have learned that Ra's al Ghul struck in the west and is still in the area. Captain Genevieve, Countess Tamrith's younger sister, has established a camp for displaced refugees. She must be warned about this. I had hoped you would make such an offer. My instincts tell me that Ra's al Ghul allowed the refugees to survive. It's a trap. It has to be. Find the camp and tell the captain what I have learned. Then help her end this threat once and for all.
You're so lucky. Brandis never lets me go on dream walks with him.